fix them, but how can I support them and have them better days?
Feel better.
Right.
Just every day feeling better.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And I kind of started out, my background is ICU, PCU, ER, and hospice.
Okay.
I started out as just an IV runner for Anita the first year. I can remember going to that. I was ICU, so you never work a 12-hour shift. It's always like 15 hours, but I would still go do those infusions because it was amazing what it was doing for the community.
Yep.
And then in January last year, we opened the bricks and mortar, and that's when we became partners. And it's just continued to grow and be amazing. And I just truly love what it is doing for people in a holistic way. It's helped with pain. It's helped with sickness. It's helped just amazing aspects.
Yeah, you guys were so awesome and helped my dad last minute. He came up and he was visiting us for a few weeks. So, hi, Dad. And you guys were able to like squeeze him in. And he says he hadn't felt that good in years.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I have no idea what they put in that bag or what's happening, but I have energy. I'm not like dragging. Like, he was ready to like conquer the world. So he's
awesome.
super excited. He's coming back in a few weeks and he's like, make sure you tell those girls I need to be hooked up again. And I'm like, don't worry,
awesome.
Dad. I'll get you all set up.
Yeah.
So I know that you guys do like amazing things just from the infusions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are in those bags? Because like he was a totally different person from when I saw him the night before and like right after you guys gave him whatever you gave him.
It really depends. So when a client comes, we ask 4 main questions.
Okay.
What is your energy level like? And it is extremely rare that someone says, oh, it's
great.
So
everybody needs more energy.
Yeah, everybody needs more energy. The second question is, do you have any stress in your life? And
everyone says yes.
Everyone says yes. I mean, even
some don't, but you know.
Oh, you remember the one that his stress was dating apps?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
The daily grind of dating apps and having these new conversations. But everybody has some element of stress, whether it's marriage or career or children, older parents, breathing, getting older. That's stress.
It's all stress.
So
yes.
Then the next question is, are you feeling under the weather at all? Like, have you been exposed to someone? Do you feel like a cough or cold coming? Are you feeling nauseous? Which could happen sometimes if you did overindulge, but can also really be just somebody who's fluish. Right. And then the last question is pain. Do you have any pain? And based on those answers, then we have different vitamins, and they're all vitamins that we can put into the mix that can really help. And the body just endogenously doesn't make some of these.
Right.
Or if the body does make it, it's not at the level that it needs anymore with all of the stress in the world and exposure to controlled burn fires, that Prescott has.
And a big piece that people don't think about is, how does my gut work? How do I break this down? How do I absorb this?
I wouldn't have any idea.
Like, just like magnesium, we can only take so much magnesium and we know it's going to happen, right? Because we take that to help us with our bowels.
Yep.
So if you take as much as you need, you're probably not going to like the outcome.
The result of that.
So when we can give it to you intravenously,
you're
going to get what your body truly needs.
Okay. Well, that's good to know too, because everyone talks about magnesium and
the magical chill mineral.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Okay.
But it has a calming. So like if you're really high stress, and one of my clients, I got to her house and she was intense. Like she was definitely a type A talker, and went through the questions, kind of got a full assessment on how she was feeling. And I started her infusion, and all of a sudden she just totally relaxed. So sometimes you need that.
Yes. That is a great way.
Totally relaxed, calmed her whole face, everything. And she says, Anita, this is better than a margarita. She just felt awesome.
That is great.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how often, I'm like, I need all these benefits, but then it requires the IV.
We got you through it with the B12 shot, right?
This is true.
We're working on it, baby.
We had to chase her around the shop.
A little bit, and bribe me with holding a puppy.
And honestly, no one likes needles. I mean, there is some that aren't afraid, but majority don't. But you have to remember, this is our career. We are only doing this because this is what we love. So it's something that we're good at.
And you're
I mean,
passionate about. And you
Everyone
want
that's
people
with
to
us
feel.
has been doing it and is very astute on finding
Yes.
veins.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. How often should someone come in and get an IV?
You got it?
Go. No, I got it.
So,
we're both like, well, it depends.
Okay, so everybody is
In
different.
nursing.
Every body
Yes,
is
it's
different. It's also dependent on what level of stress your body's in
Okay.
or exposure to toxins. Whether you're just getting over COVID, you probably have a lot of inflammation internally. If you have GI issues, malabsorption issues. So it really depends on the body. But in general, what we can say is that weekly infusions are extremely safe.
Okay.
Hydration alone, just a bag of fluid,
Yes.
that's going to improve your thinking, your
everything.
achiness, your joints, your just feeling better. And so just the fluids alone are going to be a huge help. But weekly, and if I had the perfect plan for every patient, it would be weekly for at least a month, and then twice a week or every 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
And
so it's like
to
get you
them
up
optimized.
to
build
like
it
a
up.
good level,
Yeah.
and then you can.
Because what you want to do is, especially like I'm 50, so I know that inside of me there's a lot of internal inflammation from eating not really good, partaking on occasion,
all the fun stuff.
Yep. Breathing, even though clean air is better here than major cities, but it's still in there. And so I need to detox some of that stuff first. So it's not a detox like an alcohol detox. It's a cleansing of the cells and getting your
getting
body
it all
better.
Back up.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so I do want to talk about the puppies because you've named them really cool things, and they are awesome dogs in there. That's what got me through my little shot.
Oh, you should have brought them.
I know. I should have brought them.
Hindsight.
So I actually got a little Frenchie, and I had her named, but we had this little gentleman, the one actually that was, he had to be in his late 60s, and we asked him, what's going on in your life? What are your stressors? And he tells us dating. And we both, I was kind of like, oh, okay. All right. And I gave him the puppy to hold while I'm doing his infusion. And he was like, oh, they say that you should just have a puppy and that's all you need.
That's all you need.
And I was like,
unconditional love.
I kind of agree. Like, I love her. She's amazing. And he's like, her name's Ivy, right? And I was like, it's not, but today it is. Like, so I changed her name officially to Ivy. She is Ivy. She loves to sit in your lap and visit you while you're getting your infusion. And it's so funny. Like, if I do not put them in your lap, they will sit there and whine. But as soon as you get them, they go to sleep and they're great. And then we got a little new one, and her name is Cece. Yeah. Because we had to stay in the same realm. Yeah. So when you're measuring up on a syringe, you're measuring up by cc's or ml's. So then, of course, our boy is ML Cool J.
I love it.
So I like to have a theme
going.
So we have Ivy, CC, and ML Cool J.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I love the puppies. They're so nice.
Yeah.
And you can visit our Facebook page and see them. They're on it for sure.
Cute. Well, I heard that you guys might be announcing something new, and everyone here with Prescott Trade Network, we get to hear about it first.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so let's hear.
Would you want to talk about the hours first?
Oh,
that is our other new thing that started in February. Is we have office hours now for walk-ins. So Mondays and Wednesdays we're open from 3:30 to 7, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday we are open from 9:30 to 2:30. Friday we're closed from 11 to noon though. But they're up on the page right now. You can see them, and they're also on our Facebook page and Instagram. And website.
And what really, because for the first 2 years, we've been in business for 3 years, but 2 years mobile.
Okay.
And that was really, really helpful during the pandemic and going to people's houses.
Yeah, and being able to help them and support them.
Mm-hmm. And we still do 7 days a week, a large amount of our calls are for home based, because when people aren't feeling well, they don't want to
pack up and go in.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of clients that we have that want it on a routine basis for that health optimization. Maybe they're athletes. Maybe they have pretty intense C-suite kind of executive level jobs that they want to stay clear-minded, focused, productive. So they get them routinely. And so we have the shop hours. We still have it by appointment if those hours don't work.
Okay.
But we are open Monday through Friday for walk-ins during those. And we tried to do mornings and evenings, knowing that some people it works differently.
Exactly. No, I think that's great. And then, so if you're feeling like it, you can just pop in.
Yeah.
Right. Which is awesome.
And we're always available on weekends also. Like we have 11 nurses. So it's not like,
guys have
It's not just
quite a
us.
staff
So,
now.
yeah,
We do. And they're strategically. So we have Paulden, Chino, Prescott,
Okay.
Prescott Valley, Dewey.
Dewey.
So we do have them
Nice.
strategically depending on where they live. And then we try to match them with where the client is. And
Get them going.
mhm.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love the walk-in. So if I get brave enough, I can just come in and see you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You wouldn't even I promise we're pretty good. We're pretty good at that
Okay.
poke. Sometimes the worst part is the tape coming off at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that hurts.
That's
too.
what my husband says. He says that's the worst part of all.
Yep.
Sounds
Taking
good.
that tape off at the end.
I'll have to pop in and do it, and we'll go live, and everyone can
There you
Like,
go.
see me do
Support
it.
you.
Exactly.
And tell
Okay.
me
It'll
I'm
be
there.
good.
I'm there on Mondays. So if you need
Okay.
the puppies will be there.
Sounds good.
Puppies
I will
are
come
there
in
on
on
Monday.
Mondays. Okay, well, let's hear about this other.
Okay.
Yeah, our new
so
I'm super excited to hear about this.
Super excited. I looked into this therapy a couple of years ago. Again, because my mom has fibromyalgia, autoimmune, she has a hyperactive immune state, but just a lot of internal inflammation from her pain.
Yeah.
She's older. She's in her 70s. When
Okay.
she doesn't absorb food the best way she can. So she also has a lot of nerve pain and peripheral vascular issues.
Okay.
So I looked into this therapy, and at the time we were not open Monday through Friday. So it's something that has to be done at the shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what
Okay.
it is called ozone therapy. And some people may or may not know what that is, but ozone is
Yeah.
basically, it's super oxygen for the body. So if you think of the ozone layer, most people think of it as a dangerous thing because there's the ozone layer,
Yep.
and that's a
It is.
protective thing. The ozone layer protects us from UV light. But when the ozone meets the ground and interacts with like gas exhaust and
And all that
pollution,
stuff.
it becomes dangerous.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you can't breathe it in because your lungs don't have the ability to, it doesn't have antioxidant buffering system in your lung, but the rest of your body does.
Okay.
So what happens is if you introduce ozone to other parts of the body, which we do systemically through the IV, it is amazing benefits. So
So awesome.
it does immune modulation, which means like if you are autoimmune and hyperimmune, it's going to help calm that
All
down.
down.
If you're getting chemo in your cancer patient and you're suppressed, it's going to help raise it.
Okay.
So it's a modulator. So that's one thing. It helps with its oxygen efficiency. So we breathe air, but we really don't know how well our cells are using it.
Right.
And what this does is it like supercharges your cells.
That's so cool.
And that just means energy.
Yeah. Just more energy.
Super
It's
oxygen.
done amazing things on who we've.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. The third thing is it really helps with microvasculation. So like circulation. So if you have the, it's going to help no matter where your cells are going with that nutrient exchange. But for people who have like peripheral vascular disease, it's really going to help with that tissue perfusion.
Oh, nice.
with, like,
Okay.
your circulation and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the fourth thing that it does is mitigates oxidative stress, which is my favorite
Her
word.
favorite word.
Okay.
Actually, I don't
Her
love.
all-time favorite word, oxidative stress.
It's not that I.
Okay. Well,
I
break
don't
that
love-
word down for people that don't know what that is.
Okay, so chronic oxidative stress is
It's
when I don't love that it happens, but I love that we have solutions for it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. So what oxidative stress is, everybody has it, I promise. It is an imbalance of free radicals in our system and our body's ability to be able to clear those and neutralize those.
Okay.
And how the imbalances happen is because our bodies just only have so many antioxidants to deal with free
Right, that
radicals.
makes sense.
And free radicals, they get into the body from pollution, smoking, drinking, convenient foods, pesticides, stress,
So basically,
being
life.
sick, being
Yeah.
alive,
Yeah.
breathing.
She just likes to envision a hammock.
Okay.
You got to tell the hammock story now.
I don't know how
I
long
want to
we
know the
have.
hammock
Do
story.
we have time
Yeah,
for the hammock story?
let's
Okay, you
talk
got to hear
about
the hammock story because this puts it in the real world so you can understand it.
All right.
Non-nurse terms. This is
just what we need.
the real life. You want to
Okay.
be in a hammock.
Okay. So if you can imagine yourself on a perfect no weather day, sitting in a hammock, green grass, blue skies, just beautiful. And you're just
I like this.
chill, you're
Yeah.
zen, you are at peace.
Okay.
Mhm.
That is the state our body wants to be in and
Well, yeah.
perhaps was when we were born.
Okay.
And now imagine while you're laying in your hammock, gnats and mosquitoes start coming.
Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that.
Immediately what happens is your nervous system gets uptight. You start swatting at it. You start getting frustrated. Your mind starts getting annoyed. Stress goes up.
Okay.
And then some of them land on you and they bite. So now you have little pockets of inflammation.
Yeah.
And it's just like your
Zen
day
your
is
day.
ruined.
Yeah, everything's done.
And now that's stress inside of your body. The fix for that is, in this case, bug spray.
Right.
So that you're spraying them to make them go away. The bug spray in your body is antioxidants.
Okay.
So free radicals are in there because of all the stress. The way that we can combat that and help neutralize them and regain balance is through antioxidants. Well, our body doesn't produce enough endogenously to keep it all calm.
Oh, okay.
So, and like our body doesn't even create vitamin C. So we have to get it externally.
Okay.
When we give the infusion through your IV, it doesn't have to go through your GI system. It doesn't have to go through absorption. It's biofeedback or bioavailability, like immediately.
It goes right where it needs to be.
Right.
That's what's so beneficial for doing IV hydration.
Okay.
Yes. So it's able to basically bug spray, neutralize all of those gnats and mosquitoes. And then it does a next step where it can actually go to the inflammation.
Okay.
And
so like all the little bites.
The little bites. It helps. I can't say it heals it, but the purpose is it's assisting and supporting in that tissue inflammation, calming it down, and helping the body help itself.
Nice.
And so the reason all of our infusions have vitamin C.
Oh yeah.
But if you do have a problem with vitamin C, we don't have to put it in there.
Yeah.
Just as that.
Yeah.
There's a little disclaimer there.
Because we have had that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So oxidative stress, what it really means is that if you have chronic oxidative stress, that's what leads to diabetes, cancer, cardiac issues,
everything we don't
obesity,
want.
Everything you don't want. So if you're able to mitigate that and keep the body and the systems at a really good foundational level, then you're going to help yourself prevent
in the long term.
And if you actually have oxidative stress, it's going to help calm that down.
Nice. And get you back to your hammock.
And get you back to your perfect
that was a
weather.
Great story. I like, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it sense for everyone.
Yeah, it does.
So ozone therapy is just another level of a therapy that we can do now in the office.
Nice.
It's a very unique, it's been used in Europe for years and years. It was used for antiseptics, antivirals, antibacterials before penicillin was created.
Wow.
And so
it's definitely not something new.
It is not new.
It's not new. Awesome. It's new in
the way
Yavapai County because there's no one else doing it in Prescott.
See,
they were driving. We had a client that was driving to Scottsdale, and she was like, "I don't want to drive to Scottsdale. Do you guys offer this?" And I called Anita and I said, "We gotta do it to the public. We gotta bring it. We have it. We gotta do it. It's time."
Well, and we feel like rock stars after.
We do. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's really amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll have to go and try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
You got to do it.
But it's good for preventative. It's good for biohacking, but it's also really good for people who are struggling with Lyme disease, Epstein-Barr,
all of those.
Fibromyalgia, herpes, because it's antiviral. It's also good for
macular degeneration.
Yeah, we have a scare in the family of somebody who could potentially be going that direction. So it's been therapeutic in preventing that.
Okay.
So if you guys have questions about it or you want to know more, just call us because it would be something to have a conversation and discuss what's going on with you and then talk to our medical director to pick the right
stuff.
Right.
Okay, almost knocked over. I'm so excited. Right. That's why I have to have a lid on mine. So before we wrap up, what is something that people should know about you guys?
Oh my gosh, I just had that song pop into my head. Everything is awesome.
My gosh. We watch that movie at least once a week at our house with our kids.
Yes, it just makes you happy.
It does.
You know, honestly, we do this because we care about people.
Mm-hmm.
We love our clients. Like even on the worst day where I'm in my head and I'm stressed and doing stuff or keeping myself away from people because I don't want to communicate that day. And the minute I get in front of a client, everything changes. We get to touch their hearts. They get to touch ours. We've met so many amazing people in this community, but even people who came from outside.
Yep. And
our nurses love it. They are really good at what they do. Mm-hmm. And we have a really great team. So that's the one thing. We are 80%, I would say at this point, mobile. So if you're not feeling well,
Which is
or
good
your
to
mom
know.
isn't feeling well, anybody in your family, we'd love to come and take care of them.
Okay.
But then we also have the shop.
And you
Which
can
is
always
nice.
drive up too if you don't want us to come to your house. And we can do it in your car. We've done that quite a bit also.
Yeah.
Okay.
The true
Lots
mobile
of
infusion.
options, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so cool. Okay, so you guys' shop is in downtown Prescott.
correct.
You're off of Gurley and Park.
Correct.
So it's
right by
easy.
Lincoln School.
Exactly. It's easy for everyone to get to. And yeah, well, thank you guys so much for coming
Thanks for
on
having
and
us.
chatting
Thank
with
you.
all of us and telling us about what you do.
So
And
happy
your
to be
new
a part
cool-
of the Trade Network too. This is
Yay.
awesome. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining in. If you have any questions, make sure you contact them or just pop into their store.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.